Hello there, Apple Bites. It's your Apple Bite Raphael Tavares talking to you straight from our show here, The Written Writ. A show where you and I and you take a journey together to become better writers. And what happened this weekend but New York Comic Con? And we were there the whole weekend checking the place out, looking at all the new comics, having so much fun that it is insane. That's why today we have a bunch of co-hosts, and we will all be discussing New York Comic Con. And of course, this is not the Written Writ without Shadow. How are you
What's
doing,
up,
Shadow?
brother? I'm doing, my man. Not as good as I was doing last Saturday, though. New York freaking Comic Con.
That was amazing. It was an incredible ride.
It was a
I'm
ride.
still like, wow. You know, yeah. This is gonna be interesting because my words seem to be escaping me because it was an interesting experience. For more reasons than one.
That it was indeed, sir. And that's it's just crazy to be back there. I mean,
That alone was crazy. Yeah.
Felt like I blinked my eyes and there it is again.
Yeah, but it was really interesting to just like be there, to be enjoying the convention itself, and at the same time that I felt like we were at New York Comic Con, it didn't feel like we were at New York Comic Con.
It was the weirdest thing, man. It really did feel. It wasn't Twilight Zone-y exactly, but it wasn't like it was. There's just something off about the whole thing. Not in a bad way necessarily. Honestly, it was one of the more enjoyable New York Comic Cons I've ever been to, man.
I have to admit, you're right. I really did enjoy this con. I have to put, it's probably going to be up there on my most enjoyable cons. I think out of all my New York Comic Cons, this is probably going to be one of the number. It's probably going to be on that top 10 list or top 5 list.
It was a very it was a surreal kind of year, but hey, that's what we're in it for, man. It came right out of a comic book.
Exactly.
So did we.
So let's bring in our not ready for primetime players, Copy 801, which I always want to say Copy 108. Yes, Copy 801 is a cat. I forgot to tell you guys this,
Meow.
You did the whole show like that. I'm like, oh.
My fingers are getting kind of tired. I'm like, when's this guy bringing me in? I wanted to do an intro like, I'm so tired from Comic-Con. Look at me sleeping.
Oh my God.
Anything for the bit.
Exactly.
Anything for that content. We appreciate that.
And of course, we ran into RallyB at the convention, and we got him here on board to talk all convention goodness and fun.
Yeah, it's good, everybody. How's everybody going? Yeah.
I think we're having fun.
Another day in paradise.
And of course, not the intern is here on the side, Mr. Nat himself.
So the whole reason why I'm even here is because he needs a contrarian in this list, and I'm the biggest contrarian out here.
That's not true.
Watch it be true.
So guys, I was just talking to Shadow about the whole concept of, I know, Copy, this was your first New York Comic Con. And Riley, was this your first one, or you've been to others?
There's been others. This ain't my first. Nah.
All right, so I guess we can all say, because I know Nat's been to a couple himself. What did you think of this? Because I feel like it was New York Comic Con, but at the same time, it wasn't. Once Sunday hit, though, it felt like New York Comic Con went into full steam. At least that's the way I'm seeing it. Shadow, we'll start with you.
Well, I missed Thursday and Sunday, so when I was there on Saturday, and for the minute I jumped in on Friday, it was not crowded at all, man. I couldn't even believe that was Comic-Con. Like, I was able to walk around, like I could breathe, I could look at tables, and there was even a few exclusives left. It was wild.
Oh, that the exclusive part bugged me out. I was surprised to be able to get certain things that I got.
Yeah, I led poor Ralf on a kid Christmas movie style, like shopping list around to like probably a dozen tables to try to grab up exclusive books. And thankfully he's He's a saint at heart, so he put up with my bullshit. But hey, I got my books and everyone else on that list more or less. So
Definitely.
but yeah, it was weird, man. I mean, I can't believe a lot of the big tables weren't there, so I guess that was a little bit off. So like I'm used to like going down, seeing like all the Justice League or something in that one area when you walk in, like
Right.
the Batmobile or something. So none of that was there.
Oh my God, you're
And,
right. None of the big things were there, and none of the big companies were there either.
Yeah, except for that, the DBZ stuff. That was pretty dope.
That's true. Yeah, but on that note, it's something that Nat will probably get into himself. It was more of a big anime presence than there usually is. But we'll go to Copy 801. Since this was your first New York Comic Con, how was your experience?
So I'll start from the beginning. So walking in, it was a madhouse. There were so many people. Everyone was lined up like sardines, and it was a cool day, but walking in, it was hot. But once everybody filed through, there was room, like you and Lewis said, there was room to breathe. And, I enjoyed that. Unlike a lot of people, I had a very short list of exclusives that I wanted to grab, but I had a very long list of signatures that I wanted to get. So I ended up skipping. I skipped all the panels. I skipped everything else, and just focused on those signatures and getting the few exclusives and going to the few booths that I wanted to. Luckily, I was able to go to the booths I wanted to. I grabbed the stuff I wanted. The exclusives that I wanted were from Absolute Comics Group, very small indie comic book publisher. They had plenty. They had plenty of them. And I would say the biggest lines that I went on was James Tynion and Scott Snyder Greg Capullo.
I have to admit, now that you're mentioning those lines, I saw that a lot of the comic creators were the ones with the biggest lines in the event, because Scott Snyder was doing double duty because he was there with Comicsology and he was there with his other group, and his line was was just wow.
So his line, I'll tell you exactly how his line went. So my hand is the table. And then off to the side over here, everyone lined up like this. And they just did a grid pattern. It was just like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And everyone was packed like this close together and like this far apart. But, going up to Scott, it was an amazing experience. Met him a bunch of times. They were very, very, very strict about the mask policy. Everyone had to wear masks, by the way. No exceptions, except when you're eating or drinking. But You walk up to the creators, they had shields. If you went to an autograph for a celebrity, they had these, not just the little, plexiglass stands. They had these huge contraptions of, freaking quarter-inch, half-inch thick plexiglass, and it was interesting. But you were still able to go to a lot of creators that didn't have plexiglass on their tables. I'd say 98% didn't, and just walk up, say hello. Hey, what's going on? I'm a fan of your work. Can I get these signed? Oh, sure.
That was just amazing, though. I gotta admit, I'm impressed because usually in Comic-Con, what you were trying to do is very difficult to accomplish, especially because there's so many people there, and to hit up all these writers and artists to be able to get their signature is almost impossible. So you picked the right year of New York Comic-Con to go and do this.
Oh, I appreciate that. I was just, it's just like you're playing a sport. You gotta just come up with a good game plan and then just execute it. It was just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna go to this one, and then after going to Absolute, the guy conned me into buying 2 freaking mystery boxes. They paid off. Don't get me wrong, but wasn't planning on spending what I did. But then he's like, oh, these guys are at the convention. He writes down 5 names. I'm like, okay, go to this person, then this person, then this person, then this person. Go back on this person's line and then go to this person. It was just like, okay, boom, 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 boom. There was no time to really chat, no time to browse. It's just game plan. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. But I mean, after everything was done, there was a little breathing room, but it was exhausting. Javits Center is huge.
It is.
It is massive. And I was wearing good sneakers too, and my feet were still killing me. I'm like, Jesus. But it was an awesome experience, and I'll show off some of the stuff that I got. I'll show off the highlights at the end of the video or whenever we get to that portion. But I've talked enough. Let's go on to somebody else.
All right, Rally, you tell me. I ran into you near the end of day 3. Yeah, day 3. I was talking to Say Square Thus. It was on Saturday, yeah, right after I had hung out with Nat and Shadow.
Were you there on Saturday?
There you go.
No, it was on Friday.
I wasn't there Saturday.
It was Friday?
You didn't let me in.
It was Friday. I stole Nat's pass to get
Oh,
in
there you
for an
go.
hour.
It was Friday.
Yeah.
You're right. Friday.
You rebuked me on Saturday.
I am so tired from con, so go ahead, Riley. You tell us. How did Friday go?
Yeah, Friday was cool, but it was kind of quiet than Sunday, because Sunday was like really packed.
Yeah.
But it was like I didn't really expect that on Friday. I was expecting there to be a lot of people, I imagine, but it was kind of less, kind of crowded. It wasn't like that busy that day. So I got to met a lot of people at that show, though. The people I know in the comic community, I was able to meet up with some people, I checked downstairs. It wasn't really that packed downstairs either in the artist alley. Nah. It wasn't even that packed either. Some celebrities. So Kel Mitchell, I saw him. You know who that is, right?
We all love Kel Mitchell. We actually interviewed him a couple years back at New Jersey. At the Great Pennsylvania Comic Con.
Oh yeah,
Great Philadelphia Comic Con. There you go.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
And I saw some wrestlers there. What's his name? Bam Bam. He was there. I saw him. Some other celebrities. Stuff like that.
There were a lot of wrestlers there. I have to admit, I did see a lot of, but there was a lot of wrestling comic books this year, which kind of bugged me out.
Yeah, and then it wasn't really that much comic artists there. I the shows that usually have the big names like Marvel, DC, and Image, all that the comic companies. There wasn't really there at this show, this event.
That's right. Mark is saying that was the headlock table, and that is right, because they had all the wrestlers at the headlock table, and they do have the headlock comics, which he just started his Kickstarter yesterday, if I remember right.
All right. Yeah. It was kind of different from other events, the New York Comic Con events I went to. It wasn't really that not much of them came into this event.
Were you at the Big Apple Con?
The Big Apple Con, yeah, I was there.
Yeah, how did was that one crowded, or was that?
Yeah, it was cool. It was crowded. It wasn't really jam packed, but it was crowded. Yeah. I went to that one on the Saturday. There was, I think it was 3 Big Apple Cons this year, right?
There was a couple. I don't know. I'm at the recent one. That was a couple weeks ago. But I was just wondering,
because he had a couple of singles, and then he had the big one. Yeah, you're right, Riley. There was about 3 or 4 different Big Apple Cons, because he was trying to test it out and see. And I know that Big Apple did pretty well.
Yeah, no matter of fact, it was, because Rolo, he told me that he was booked for one of them.
Yeah,
he was booked,
Rolo was there. Yeah,
he was booked for the outdoor one in Brooklyn. And then the second one, that was the one I was actually booked for in that show. So it was like a 1 day event. And then I think like the last one, I think that was the one that was like a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like a 2 day event.
Right.
And then I popped up to that one, so I checked that out. But that was a cool event too. But like I said, it wasn't really jam packed, but it was crowded though. And there were like some celebrities and the artists there too.
I was wondering if all the cons.
All the cons that I've been to that we've actually gone to check out, it's they haven't been dead, but they haven't been busy.
Right.
Yeah, I wonder what the new norm of the con is going to be like, because we were even talking. Sunday isn't supposed to be the crowded day.
No.
Like Sunday, you go in and people, trying to get deals and stuff. But it's kind of crazy. Like the only show I was at other than this was Awesome Con, and it was kind of the same thing. Like, Friday, like there's people, but they weren't really doing anything. They're just kind of walking around scouting the place. And then Sunday, everyone's, it's like a zoo. So I wonder
so
if
at Awesome Con it was the same thing then. That's interesting.
Friday I was like a little bit scared. I was like, ooh.
You know what it reminds me of? Like in the New York Comic Con, it reminds me of the Eternal Con. Because like on Sunday, like it was like jam packed,
like
because it was like 2 day event. Like Saturday, it was kind of like it was crowded, but it wasn't like really busy. But when the Sunday happened, it just went crazy. It was just a lot. I think that maybe I don't know, maybe because like it was more for the kids. Maybe that's why. It was
maybe.
like jam packed.
Maybe you might be right there, Rally. But that's 3 cons now with a busy Sunday. That's saying a lot. Mark Torres is saying, to be fair, even New York City Comic Con had to scale back the attendance wise. Yeah,
that's true. Although they balked at it at the end or something because they just like were opening the door, like, hey, people come in, whatever.
Exactly. And Mark's
we
Mark's
never
right there.
got to the point where they like capped out the tickets. Yeah. They were still selling tickets up until Sunday morning.
Right, because originally they capped out in like an hour.
Yeah.
And then they just figured, screw it. Like, if you get sick, it's on you. We don't care. Or something. I don't know.
I think you might be onto something with Sundays being deal days, because I knew I had a group of friends that went all 4 days. And they used Thursday was their preview day to walk around. Friday was another panel and autograph day because celebrities and some of the comic guests were there Friday. Right. Saturday was a continuation of that. And then Sunday was the buy day where everybody it's like, okay, I scoped everything out. I got whatever exclusive I wanted to get before it sold out. And then they just attacked the tables. And we're just like, I want to get this. I want to get this. I want to get this. I want to get this.
Yeah, and that's why it's not usually like that.
No. Like you can get your deals on Sunday, but usually the deals are because they're trying to get rid of their stuff, and usually Sundays aren't that busy, which is bugging me out. At least that's the way it's been for me. Well, New York Comic Con, it doesn't matter. Thursday's busy, Friday's busy, Saturday's busy, Sunday's busy. All 4 days are busy, especially because Sunday is family day, and you can bring in your family.
Yeah.
And that's the way it usually is. I do want to get to Nat, and I know me and Nat were running around the convention talking about the fact that there was a bigger anime presence than there usually is, and I think that New York Comic Con decided, okay, well, we don't have certain people, so let's bring in more anime things in, so we can balance it out. Which is funny to me because New York Comic Con is the same people that knocked anime straight out of their convention. Go ahead, Nat.
And this is sort of what I was saying, like back when we were at the con with some of the people, and even with some of the people who we talked to, a lot of the people who they let in probably wouldn't have been let in if it was a normal Comic-Con. Because just the sheer amount of anime vendors and anime fan art that was there felt really unnatural for Comic-Con. It felt more like everyone who they kicked out, they had to just bring in because they had to fill up tables. They were still filling up tables even during the cons. We saw a couple of them setting up Friday, and I'm pretty sure you guys saw some on Saturday too, if I remember right?
Yeah.
Don't rub it in, man. Don't rub it in.
I knew Shadow was gonna say something because Shadow the whole time he was with me, he was like, "Damn, I could have just gotten a table and I could have paid you."
Yeah, who was it that did that one
It
year?
honestly
Like, just
wouldn't
had
have
the
been that
backpack and
hard
set it
too.
up.
We've had a couple of friends do that. Pete does that all the time. He like waits to see if he can get a table or not.
He's just got his backpack there. He's like, "Yeah, it's mine now."
Exactly.
Yeah, but like, this is Comic-Con New York City. This
I
is
know.
unheard of.
Yeah.
At least to this degree.
I have to admit, one of the things, since I was there all 4 days, one of the things I noticed is that certain tables that you saw on Thursday weren't there on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Certain tables you saw on Friday weren't there on Saturday. Certain tables you saw on Saturday weren't there on Sunday. Aha! Look at the space bastards.
He said he sold out of Volume 1 like the first day.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so Eric from Space Bastards was there. He came in. He brought all the hardcovers, which I got somewhere around here, but they're freaking beautiful. Anyway, they saw them on their website, but he was trying to move them because that's really where like they get paid from, you know. And he said like, yeah, he's like, you know, when I got there on Friday, he's like, I got like 5 books left. He's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, by the time we ran into him, he had sold the majority of his books, and he only had one volume 1 left and a couple of volume 2s left. And he had to start sending people to the website and making some kind of deals so that they would buy it off the website, you know. And you know, I gotta admit, the boy's a good businessman because you know I think he left there without anything.
I hope so, man. I hope they left the pants on him or something, and shoes on his feet. I was telling him like, you want me to run to Staples right now and print out some con exclusives real quick?
Now, how much stuff did he? Really quick, how much stuff did he bring?
I'm not sure because it was just him traveling. I think he said he had 100 pounds worth of stuff because it's
I
how
think
much
he had. Yeah, it was a couple. It was a good number of each
like
issue.
2
And
big
number
ass
1 sold out,
suitcases
yeah.
full.
Mhm.
But he didn't bring any like banners and flags and all that stuff, which is always a pain in the butt to set up.
Yeah, he did have buttons and whatnot, you know, and yeah, and the coins. Yeah.
The coins are sweet.
Oh yeah, those coins are beautiful.
Oh, Lewis, tell him about their banner.
He just his banner was like 2 pieces of like loose leaf paper,
Yeah.
fucking taped together with a Sharpie marker on it. It says Space Bastard.
Most
Listen, that's
ghetto
how you
thing
gotta
I've
do it
ever.
sometimes.
Yeah,
bro.
it was just ghetto. Like,
Everybody's got a professional thing, and I commented to you. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Hey man, they live up to that name, you know. And it's
Dude.
funny because like the tiny in line ran right past the table, so I'm standing at his table, and all of a sudden like, oh, what are you guys lining up for? They're like, oh, James Tiny inside in here. It's like, I guess we're online.
It's so funny though. He only had that, but he still sold out. So that says a lot about him. You know, he actually was calling people over to the table, and
Fucking
I gotta admit,
hustler.
the book does stand out, especially those 2 huge books. They really do stand out.
Yeah, man.
There are sales to themselves, of, you know, because he had them standing there, both of them, and the people would come over and try to check it out. And he also had a single issue that he was selling there on the side.
Yeah,
I gotta admit, I was impressed.
the variant
But he was
for the
one of the
first
lucky
issue.
ones, though.
I find like I know we were discussing that, but I find that a lot of people just sold out. A lot of people actually sold off most of their stuff, especially Sunday. Sunday,
Yeah, but that's
it was a
Sunday because remember, a lot of people were scared, especially on Saturday, that they weren't gonna make it.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
completely. That's how it was. But for some reason, when Sunday came around, people were running out of stuff all over the place. It was
Dude,
busy everywhere. There was people. Every table had a line.
on Friday, man, we were going up to say hi to some of our friends, and like I thought they were gonna bite my head off, man. They looked like they were having a rough fucking day.
Yeah.
It's like, what's up, boys? Get the fuck out!
Why are you
Oh,
talking to me?
shit.
Get out of here! You're not buying.
Like I missed you too.
But yeah, like Nat was saying, one of the things I did run into was the fact that some of the tables were rotating. There was people there that probably were there for 1 day.
Shoot, there were people there only for half a day.
That is true.
Because
Yeah.
on it was Friday. We already saw people packing up for the next group to come in.
Mike
I
Torres
saw
is-
that in Artist Alley too.
yeah.
Somebody left. There was a whole section in row O, the last
Yeah.
one right before the autographs. I noticed there was 2 like 4-foot tables
Yeah.
gone. I'm like, I was like that meme from freaking what's
John
his name
Travolta
from Pulp
meme?
Fiction? Yeah, the John Travolta just. Even
It's true though, because we were there in Artist Alley, and it was funny because 1 minute you saw one person, next minute you saw another person, and you're like, okay, what's going on here?
Mhm.
You know,
Even on the field floor, that
Mark
was
Torres
true,
is
too.
saying that everybody was turning into Lou Ferrigno. They were all angry and upset.
Yo, Mark that poor icon.
Oh wait, hold on. I think he'll love me for this. Is that Mark Torres from It Came From the radio station that you can listen to that has a month weekly show and also a show that you can listen to on YouTube whenever they post?
Yes, of course. That's Mark Torres from It Came From the Radio. We love the guys from It Came From the Radio. We always talking to them live, especially
aren't they
once
the-
a month when they have their big live show.
And aren't they the official sponsor of
Mark Torres said
the
maybe.
AppleCon?
Yes, they are the official sponsors of, the official news of Big Apple Con. There you go. The official press of Big Apple Con.
I forget what else is in the plug, but
There we go.
I know Mark is probably going to put it on the side in a minute. I like how he goes, maybe.
I stopped to say hi to the those guys who took over my fucking interview with Mark. Was it the comic book? Buddy Scalara's table and everything.
Oh my God, yeah, Buddy Scolari. They were busy as heck, man.
Yeah.
I was gonna go talk to them, and there was no time where I had an actual chance to at least talk to them, because I was talking to them a while back to be on the show, and we're still working on when they're gonna be on the show. But the convention was amazing. Even if everything seemed to happen on Sunday, I cannot say that it was not fun.
Okay, but
Yeah,
is it $70 worth of fun?
$70 a day? Well, if you're only there for 1 day, yeah. Because it's New York Comic Con.
$70.
I'd say that's
well spent.
debatable.
I ran into Kyle Horn, one of our friends there, and he was like, he ended up getting a press pass, but he was saying $70 a day for the weekend. Like, you're pricing people out.
Yeah.
People who've come to this thing for years,
And
I got all the
people who
days
want to
of
work
NYC
this thing,
for $70.
And the convention itself has gotten rid of the 4-day pass because they haven't had it for a while. I understand why they didn't have it this year, but they come, before you can buy yourself a 4-day pass, you would have 4 days.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to sell the tickets, but at least Copy said it was worth his money. So, all right.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm going to show you why in a little bit. I'm sorry, I just cursed.
Oh, you guys getting this stuff together.
Oh my God! Yeah, you should have seen what Copy was up to.
I thought he was making popcorn or
impressive.
something.
Yeah. Did anybody brought a lot of stuff on that show?
Yes.
Definitely.
This motherfucker, man. We're sitting on this guy's a savage too. So Copy, man, we're sitting on the LIRR, and he's just pulling book after book out, putting them on the floor, on the seat. There's some old lady like sleeping. He's stacking them up on her and stuff.
It's son of a. Of course, I bought his book at New York Comic Con. I got his cover exclusive. It's right here. My food stamps #2. I don't know if any one of you guys picked it up as well because it was sold out. So I got it.
Get one,
it was sold out. But if you want it, Angel has a couple of copies himself, and you can hit him up for them. But nah, I got my copy.
Yo, man, and the food stamp table too.
Oh my God, the food stamp table was amazing, dude, man. Oh,
I was in awe, man. I was like, these guys.
Angel says he
got
got
this stuff
10 left.
together.
If you guys want to go pick some up from Angel himself, and I'm telling you, this
Hey,
cover
I'll
is
buy 10.
fantastic.
Yeah, as long as one of them's mine, it's all good.
You heard that, son of a? He said as long as one of those are his, so that means you only have 9 left, okay?
Actually, I think he had 11. I told him to save me one after I couldn't get it there.
Rio's got some fire. You're not kidding, brother. I love his
He does.
story idea. We're gonna have him on the show, but dude, this is just it reminds me of one of those 70s type of ideas. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You know, I love the whole concept. You know, the kids are hanging out at the bodega. The guy in the bodega is the one training them.
That should be a good concept for a comic. Bodega
that's
Man.
Bodega Man. Hey, you're right. It is a good time. See, now you got me thinking.
No. It can't be Bodega Man. It gotta be Bodega Cat.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It would be Bodega Cat.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
By day, he's a cat. By night, he's a hero.
I will send you pictures of my cat. She is perfect. Polydactyl, so she can climb.
Oh, I can see it, brother. Angel says that Lou, yep, one of these is yours. All right, that's good. And he goes, the adventure of the Bodega Cat. So son of a is right there with us because he's like, ha, jinx. Oh my god! Now I got this Bodega Cat running through my head.
You heard it here first.
Bodega Cat sits on the throne of what do you call them? Honey buns.
Oh my god!
All right, if you want a real Bodega Cat.
Uh-oh.
All right, so me and my girl, we follow this.
Uh-oh.
Look up Diego Cat from Iceland.
Diego Cat from Iceland. Interesting.
He goes to like 4 different stores. He goes to a Domino's. He goes to like an all-purpose store. And he goes to 2 other stores. And he goes to sleep on a throne, which is like a huge display in the middle of the area of copy paper.
I can see that.
Oh, comfy.
True story. True story. Look it up.
Son of Saint says it should be a throne of Wonder Bread.
Only if the cat's wearing a Wonder Woman outfit.
Ooh, well, now I think, dude, we're gonna stop this. I'm gonna end up writing something over here.
You always get fed the finest salami.
Ooh, salami.
Gotta give it some tuna too.
Wait for this kind of talk, man.
No. Tuna is for the poor cats outside. This one only gets salami and chorizo.
That's what's up.
So the cat's on on cholesterol meds too, right?
Exactly, man. That sounds like some high fat food there.
His adventure is to find insulin.
Find insulin.
The cat looks like Henry Winkler. At the end of every episode, he just looks at the camera and goes,
hey.
Diabetes.
Oh my god. So Copy, this is your first New York Comic Con. You picked up some interesting stuff. And I like the fact that you're actually old-fashioned comic book collector. I know you're a DC man. So, this should be a little interesting to see what you picked up.
Well, I actually didn't pick up much DC. I went to the indies because...
Interesting.
I did pick up a couple DC-related stuff, but, like, the indies were what I was focusing on because you can get DC any day of the week.
That is true.
But these little indie companies, if you're passionate about something like that, they love you.
Yeah.
Especially if you spend some money. Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God, yeah, because we're supporting them, we're showing and it's funny because that you say that because it's that moment of glee that you see from somebody who's selling their independent book and you go and you pick it up off their table and they're so grateful for you picking it up.
Yeah, man, that's what it's all about. I mean, the artist's getting some kind of recognition.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
even
the money is something.
To some of them, they're happy with that.
Yeah,
exactly, man. It's just validation for what you're doing.
And even some of the big artists, like Greg Horn was there. monster in the comic book variant game. Absolute monster. Frank Cho was there.
Yeah, I passed by his booth. He had a lineup down the block as well.
I was lucky. I got to him. So the joke was, I went over, and Lewis was there too. So I went over, and the woman who was attending to the table was like, he's got diarrhea. I just burst out laughing. I'm like, damn.
Wow.
I'm like, what did he eat? And I was really debating when he came back to the table like 20 minutes later. I was about to say, I'll be like, Frank, I heard you had diarrhea. How'd it go?
Oh my God. Comics Talk Weeklies. Hi, y'all.
Whoa,
Hello.
Phil, what's up,
Oh,
bro?
Phil.
My
What
man.
up, sir?
Are you on the road already?
Is he on the road again?
He's caravanning down to
On
Baltimore.
the road again.
Ooh.
That's right. All of you are heading down to Baltimore this time around, right?
Yes, sir.
It looks like
Hopefully.
a big group of you guys and a lot of people we know. So Baltimore seems to be building up to be New York Comic Con proportions here, which is interesting. It's not usually in that direction, even though some people would disagree with me.
That's where they're all going, man. If you're not anime, you're going down south.
I also think too, because I don't know about you guys, but a lot of good boy. A lot of people in the New York area, because I'm part of the comic community here, and a lot of people said they were not going to New York Comic Con. They're like, no, it's gonna be crazy. I don't know about that. You know, they'll go to Terrificon, but they were like, I don't know about New York. New York is like, oh, it's New York.
Mm-hmm.
But people are looking at Baltimore as the smaller version. But there's so many community members there. We have people from the West Coast going to Baltimore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never would have seen them. Yeah, we got like half a team nerd herd going to freaking Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm impressed. All I keep hearing, and you know me, I get to hear all the stuff that happens behind the scenes, and there's just this huge buzz in Baltimore, and there's a huge amount of people. I may be wrong, but they're heading down there, or they're saying they're heading down there. So let's see what happens.
When's the event coming?
Like next weekend.
Next week? Oh shit.
Yeah, 22nd.
22nd. Oh,
yeah.
That's next week. I got to do
That's
the
next
show.
weekend.
Yeah, next weekend.
9 days.
Oh yeah, that's next weekend. I got to do the show with the Brooklyn Horror Con.
Oh, that's right. I forgot the Brooklyn Horror Con. It's the first time ever. It's coming up. Yeah. It's going to be our own horror con. We'll finally have our own show in horror, because usually we have to leave our beautiful city to go find some horror.
Usually it's just across the river.
Yeah, New Jersey Horror Con, which we love. They're fantastic.
They have it on the same weekend. So
you're right. Both of them are on the same weekend. New Jersey Horror Con and Brooklyn Horror Con are on the same weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I hope this show goes great.
It's going to, man.
Ralph, how are we going to hit up all three?
Well, first of all, I don't think we're going anywhere this weekend. I considered going to Baltimore. New Jersey Horror Con was always one of the big shows we like to hit. But we're just not going anywhere.
Aye, Dad.
You're playing hard to get. Come on.
Yeah, but I don't envy anybody that's trying to hit up all three shows.
I don't know.
And I know people that are trying to.
Really?
Yeah.
Gonna be broke just buying
tickets.
Yeah.
Marathon.
I don't want to do another weekend where we need to hit up 3 to 4 shows.
We've done that before, yeah. There was one I forgot what I don't even remember anymore. We hit up one con on Friday, one con on Saturday, and one con on Sunday.
Damn.
You forgot the time when there were 3 one-day shows going on and we split up the team.
Same time and we hit all 3 of them? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that one.
Oh my God. We're lucky we had a driver that day, because if not, we won't. Oh man. So
That
tell
was an
us,
interesting
Copy,
weekend.
what did you pick up?
You mind making me big? Pause.
No, you
Oh.
can't be big.
No.
All right, it's your show. Hey, it's your show. Go ahead.
He promptly big leagues us.
All right, so the only prints that I picked up, I went to Ariel Diaz's table, and she is. So I'm a huge fan of Art Germ. Love the guy. Freaking amazing. My dream is to get a commission from him one day. It'll be like $1,000. So that's why it's a dream. But these were cheap. I could show you 2 out of the 3 because the third one is still nestled in the middle. But
Oh, that's
look at that
beautiful.
Satana.
You know, I've always loved
Purdy.
Satana. A great hero and a lot of good pinups.
Oh, yeah. And as some of you know, I'm a big Supergirl fan. So I had to get Linda Danvers' Supergirl because I saw that.
That's beautiful. That's really beautiful.
She had such a great style.
Mm.
And I forgot to mention she signed all of them.
Oh,
Nice.
that's
So,
always
yeah.
great.
There. One there. Took a little bit to get them inside the thing, but whatever. All right, so
Damn, look at that pack. Woo!
stack number 1. I haven't even taken the books out yet. I'm going to do rapid fire because
Can you confirm that all these you bought at Comic-Con?
some of them I did not buy. Some of them I got signed.
Mm.
So that's why they are the way they are. So,
Dude, I remember you juggling the whole thing. You almost dropped it a couple times.
I broke my bag twice. So again, Absolute Comics Group. This was their I Make Boys Cry exclusive, and this is signed by the writer.
Oh yeah, I saw that one there. Yeah, that
Sailor
that was
Moon
cool.
homage.
Yeah.
Got it right.
Dope as hell. I got
Right.
make them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right, and also one of the guys there. So the writer, his name's Bobby, and then you have Jamie Tydell, fantastic artist. He was there, and then I had a couple things triple signed too. This is one of them.
Ooh, White Widow.
This is Mike DeFalco cover. Mike signed it here. Jamie signed it here. The writer signed it up here.
Not bad. I like how they avoided the art or made it part of the art.
Mm-hmm. Double signed by the writer plus Jamie. Jamie did the cover.
Let me ask you this while you're doing this. I've been hearing a lot of good things about White Widow. Have you read the series?
Absolutely, sir.
What do you think about the series?
It is a breath of fresh air. It really is. It is not. So they don't.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, this is a SketchUp cover too.
Yeah.
They don't suffer from what Zenoscope does. So Zenoscope and Dynamite, they're mostly about the covers. They like the covers. They like to make things pretty, but
Turtleitos.
oh yes. But the thing is that with these, is they make really cool covers. They do 90s homages because it's all
Nice.
a lot of it's foil. So you'll see that a lot of this stuff is foil, and the story is very nice. It's very fresh, and it's just a great. It's just really good. Like it's just enjoyable.
Because they keep popping up on my radar, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna end up having to get this sooner or later.
Well, I will say the covers. Some of the covers that I have are so, normal price is like $4.99 a book. Some of these covers. So what the beautiful thing about them is they don't do ratio variants.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So they'll sell their cup. They'll have a $5 cover, a $10 cover, and a $20 cover.
Cool. So that means if you want just to get the book at $5, you can get the book at $5. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a really when I so that's their philosophy behind it. So I'm just rearranging something. My apologies. And then so these were stuff that I got from one of the mystery boxes that I'll show you. So what they did is they did the line art. They did the They did the sketch and the inks, but not the colors.
Right.
Some of them are beautiful. You can
Oh,
tell
wow.
the detail.
Yeah.
So that's one from Dakin. It's a cover from there. This is another I Make Boys Cry cover.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one. Yeah. Huh. It's funny, Mark's over here talking on the side, and one of the things that we did see while we were there, because the graders were there, is that Pixar didn't happen, and it bugs me out that they've gotten to that point where they have to see, you have to take a pic of them signing it, or a video of them signing it, or have one of those guys there in order to actually be like, well, see, we are showing you that somebody signed it. We're certifying that somebody signed it. I'm like. I am not a big person on putting comics in prison. Oh, that's beautiful.
Scott Snyder and James Tynion.
Oh, that's just beautiful. Again, I'm not a big person of putting comics in prison. My comics stay out where I can talk to them and read them.
So this is actually
That is
exclusive.
beautiful. Mm-hmm.
So this is an homage to the Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes cover. This is Patriotica #1.
Nice.
A lot of these are pinups. But again, this is a cool story. It's by another very no-name comic book publisher named what is it called? Mount Olympus Comics.
Nice.
But
I have seen the cover before, so I can tell that it does have a little buzz on it.
Yeah. This one I got. This was the because I told Lewis I was going to buy him one, so I got one. Lewis got one, and then there was buy 2 get 1 free. So I got this one because I have the Power Girl series.
Yeah.
So
We
I
were
got
walking
the Power
past
Girl
that one. I was like,
you got to get it. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
And then we got this is the other White Widow exclusive that was there. This is the Geisha cover, New York Comic Con 2021 exclusive.
Nice.
Again, signed. As I said before, I met Frank Cho. I had him sign issue 1, 2, and 3 of Fight Girls.
Nice.
Which he was more than happy to do. These are here we go. Batman Zero, Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo.
Nice.
New 52. What?
That's a beautiful cover.
Dark Knight's Death Metal.
Yeah.
Signed by both of them, and Nocterra #6. Signed by Scott. And these were the 2 boxes that I got. So one of them, the last one, was the Christmas box. 28 of 35.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Jamie Tydell did this cover, and it's lenticular. It's not lenticular, but it's shiny.
It feels Christmassy.
Oh, it is Christmassy. Oh, this one's got some goodies I wanted to show last. This was the other one they had. They had the Unplugged Collection. This is number 8 of 30.
Ooh, wow, that's beautiful.
Jamie Tydell cover again. 8 was my lucky number, so I was like, hey. And you had a 1 in 3 chance of getting a medal.
Man, this is crazy.
Oh, that's nice.
All these line art covers came from this box. This is one of my favorites, just because it looks so detailed.
It does. That looks very detailed.
So detailed. All right, what else we got? Here we go. Here's another one.
It's just beautiful.
And then here we go. Triple signed. This is the Greg Horn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Greg Horn's a beast.
Greg Horn is a monster. And then they unveiled White Widow. They unveiled White Widow at Comic-Con. And of course, look at this bad boy. 2019 exclusive.
Nice.
Fucking monster of a book right there. They were selling this over there. Lenticular.
Oh, wow.
I like the lenticulars. I don't give a shit. I like the 90s. Yeah. Bring on all that crap.
How about this for lenticular?
Give you a fucking seizure looking at crap.
Man, these White Widow covers are fantastic.
Hey, they're freaking gorgeous. I'm telling you right now. I got 2 copies of this. I actually have a third on the way, but I'm going to use them for another thing. And I got a medal.
beautiful. Look at that thing.
Now, each medal, because I checked on eBay for all the medals, each medal $100, easy. Not even just like a little bit. All right, here we go. Here is the Christmas one. So each of these little boxes, I didn't realize the Christmas boxes had an exclusive in there. One of 35. Oh, sorry. Last line art one.
That's pretty.
Freaking gorgeous. And the anime guy will appreciate this. They made them waifus. And it says on the bottom too.
It's so chibi.
Yeah, it is. It's so chibi.
Yeah, so there's only 35 of these covers in existence.
Damn.
And then they had SketchUp covers of all the characters as anime, the same style. So I'm not going to show those because that would take me forever. but in this one, I got another medal.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
And while I was at Jamie Tydell's booth, I bought this.
Yeah, that is a great print.
Yeah, I want to say.
Yeah, that print, I've seen it everywhere already.
And as the pièce de résistance, Lewis found me a cover. Found me a book. It's not a book I would pick up. It's not a cover I would pick up. But it came from the Absolute booth, and they did the Kickstarter for I Make Boys Cry #2. They had they got $31,000 for it. If they got 50 grand or more, they were going to unlock a cover. And they were going to only assign it to the highest two tiers. The highest tiers were $500 and $1,200. Only about 15 people hit that tier, those two tiers, but the campaign never reached $50,000.
Right.
So there was an exclusive cover that was going to be used. It never got made. It never got done. I present to you a 1 in 3 prototype.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This was the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A 1 in 3.
1 in 3. 1 in 3 of these exist in the world. This is one of them. And
Damn, that's metal.
it is a metal cover.
That's so fucking cool.
That is so cool. You were a busy man, bro.
Getting exclusive.
Now that you brought all this stuff up, we had this discussion at the convention itself. And I'm a 90s kid, and I know what happened in the 90s when all these special covers started happening. But I know that, for me, one of the differences is that it was when in the 90s when they made all the special covers. Oh, my God, look at that. I'm going to put your red up. Hold on.
No, I think you keep talking. I'm just...
Yeah, I was
look at that.
Ooh. Lewis being nasty.
So I had to get some work done.
Oh, that's right. And that can't see. So, Shadow, tell them that what it is.
And it ain't
No, I
nothing,
saw
man.
it. I just.
Oh, okay. I was going to say,
Okay,
that
good,
can't see.
I'm
Also,
without my
what
glasses.
I was going to ask is this. The 90s had this fallout because of all the covers it had.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have all these alternate covers. And I know we discussed this, but I feel like we should discuss it here on the show.
Oh, yeah.
And I have my reason why I think it's different. But can you guys tell me why you think it's different than what happened in the 90s? Copy, I'll start with you since you got all the beautiful covers.
All right. So in the 90s, here's the thing. The print run was enormous.
It was.
Print runs were out of control. Just like now, there was the next big thing.
Mm-hmm.
But there weren't really store exclusives. Now, everything's a store exclusive or a ratio cover. There's also less people that are not in the comic community investing in books. It's mostly just like the little flippers or retailers that are doing it. But The variant game, I'm not gonna lie, it's out of control. It really is. There's a store exclusive for everything. There's a ratio cover, you know, and some companies, Marvel, they tend to put out like a cover H on a big book. They'll put it out, and it's not even a ratio. They'll just have 1 cover, 2 cover, 3 cover, 4 cover, 5 cover, 6 cover. So many. But, like, it's weird. It's the same, but it's different.
Not the same. I agree with you. And I think, you know, just to like tell you, because Mark Torres is hitting on what I was thinking, I don't think it was the covers, but the media telling people that the books were worth money. And I feel like that's what's missing right now. It's the fact that the media isn't telling anybody that the books are worth money, and nobody thinks the books are worth anything anyway.
I don't know about that. I can't say that, because you'll get people in the community, speculators, they'll be looking at the MCU, or they're looking at HBO Max, and they'll be saying, oh, this is going to be, we're doing a show on, I'll give you a perfect example, Green Lantern. All right, we're doing a show on Green Lantern, guys. Who's going to be in it? Oh, Hal Jordan? He's not going to be in it? Okay. We got Jessica Cruz. We got Simon Baz. We have Guy Gardner. We have Jon Stewart. Okay. Jon Stewart's first appearance heated up. Guy Gardner, you know, they kind of gave 2 shits about it and just let it go. Mm-hmm. And then Jessica Cruz's first appearance. There was a lot of buzz about that. Her cameo. Oh, here's her elbow. That's a cameo. I don't know. Whatever. And then her first appearance went from a $5 book to now in me and Lewis's comic shop, it is selling for $50.
Not bad.
So it's still coming, but it's coming from a different source.
Yeah.
But people are still listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
I really do believe there is going to be some kind of course correction.
I agree too. But like I was saying, I feel like this is more about the fans. This is more about the fans buying their books. This isn't what it was before.
Put it from a more younger perspective.
Go ahead.
It doesn't really feel like you have everyone who's you already have the people who are interested in the covers in the different comics already in that field. You're not really bringing anyone outside to come in.
Right.
And that's a boon and a bane in and of itself, but I can't really tell you any of my friends who are less than 28 who are still going around saying, yo, I'm going out to buy a comic book.
And that's a major issue, because back in the 90s, that was the last time we had, you know, younger people buying books. I mean, I was in the 90s.
What's all this younger people stuff? Y'all better calm down with that shit.
I mean,
listen, you guys are talking about in the 90s. I was born in the 90s.
Back in the 90s.
I mean, full disclosure, I'm 31. I was born in 1990. So I was part of that last push for people to do this. And, you know, like, you'll see people in shops. In the 90s, you'll see kids, you'll see adults, you'll see all these different people.
Yeah.
But now, I go to the shop, and it's all people in their 50s. You'll get a couple people in their early 20s, maybe mid-20s, but it's all like our generation.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, but here's the thing. Comics then are different than comics now.
Completely.
The single issue is dying, has been dying for the past decade. What's king is the trade paperback.
Exactly.
The trade paperback is king. And people might not be going to the shop every week, but I guarantee you, teenagers, kids are having mommy and daddy buy the trade. People who are a little older are waiting until a story finishes, and they're buying the trade.
I completely agree with you. It is about the trade now. A lot of people like doing that whole thing. They wait till all the issues are done, and all of a sudden they buy the trade. You know, I gotta admit, I give Space Bastards credit, because they're doing the trade and they're doing the single issues at the same time. And there's a couple of actually companies that are doing that. They're letting you get the trade, but they're still doing the single issues and trying to sell it to in the comic stores so you can get the single issues instead of having to buy the whole trade.
What didn't Firepower? I forget. Was it Firepower who put out the trade first and then the single issue?
Yeah.
Wildly successful.
Yeah.
That's Kirkman too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Robert Kirkman, genius.
Fucking knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, he knows what's going on, but it's the trades. They're the ones that are doing it. They wait for a story, and then the trade comes out, and people go on Amazon. They go to their comic shop, and they just buy these trades and omnibus and collected
they love
editions.
that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
They feel like they're making. They feel like they're getting their bang for their buck. I think that's what it is. I feel like if you're buying a whole series, you're like, I bought a whole series in one book.
It's also just like Netflix era. Like people don't want to wait. Like they're into a story, they don't want to wait a week to read it, a month to read it, a year.
And I was going to bring up that point too, especially with like the younger generation, my generation and below. A lot of times when we buy a book, it's not because we want to read it; it's because we've already read or watched something.
Exactly.
And we're tutorial of it.
This is all
I can tell you tons of times from just people younger than me, from my sister's friend groups to some of my friend groups. The only time they get a book or like a manga is because they already read it and they know what's in it, and they just want to remember what's in it.
Yeah, it's become more of a keepsake.
The individual
there too.
The individual issue is the keepsake. You get people go after first appearances or really nice covers, and then to read the story, they'll get the trade. A lot of people, even on the YouTube comic community, what they'll do is they'll buy like issue 1, and then they'll be like, "Oh, you're keeping up with this book?" And it's like, "Wait, no, I'm gonna read it in trade." Because here's a nasty thing too: people don't want to read their single issues. People get a single issue, they put it in a bag and board, it just goes filed away.
Yeah.
Like, nah, that's meant to be like you take it out of the bag and board and you read the sucker. Who's going to carry around a freaking omnibus?
Exactly.
Like,
it's so much easier to take this one book and bang it out and you're done. Instead of having this huge book that you're carrying, which weighs a ton, especially with omnibuses.
The Invincible omnibus. That's one of the few omnibuses I have.
Wait, you're supposed to read those?
Yeah, and people at the shop. There's two guys. I'm gonna go on a rant for a second. There's two guys, and you know who they are, Lewis. I know who they are.
And I don't know nothing.
It's the guy.
But I know who you mean.
It's the kid who looks like he's our age.
Too much description. I know who you mean.
Yeah, walking around like he can't stand still. And then the old guy.
I don't know who this person is.
Guy sitting there licking his finger, going through every fucking copy, and then just like leaving it there.
That's the old guy. That's the old guy. That's
I
know. Oh my freaking God! They will go through. They will go through every freaking stack and manhandle it, and and they'll leave the books in okay, here's a stack of books. Pretend these are regular. They'll leave it like this.
Dude, see, this guy's a savage. He's showing us how these guys ruin books by ruining his books.
That's not a big
passionate he gets in it.
That's beautiful. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Man, you're going to open up that Supergirl with your fucking teeth and a fork. This guy, he
come
just
on, man. It's just lightly chewed. $30.
This guy picks up a fucking key, his grail, and he's sitting there like, how do I crack a slab? Like with like Panda Express chopsticks and like a spork. Like, you
Oh my
fucking-
God. Comics Talk Weekly is saying, does your shop have the guy who meticulously inspects every copy on the rack for 15 minutes to find the best one? I remember that
It's
guy.
these two guys. It is these two freaking guys, and they leave everything nasty, and the books are like all off to the side, and
Oh my God.
Dorito
and the young kid, he did this twice. He got outside and he dropped them all.
Yeah, I saw him do that once. That's
He dropped them all, and he walked right back inside and said, "I dropped them. I need to get new copies."
They gave him them.
Oh,
They gave him it. The
really?
shop just fucking ate those. Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me.
Well, he's
No,
dropping
the
like
shop-
probably
My
200
day.
bucks a
They
week
didn't
in
eat
there,
them.
you
They
know?
put them right back on the shelf and they resold them. I asked him
Okay.
about that.
Oh,
So
okay.
Dude,
But no.
in my day, you went and you dropped your book outside the store and they go, eh.
they were really
pisses me
ready
off.
to do
Why?
that to the old guy last week because he was asking them about the freaking damages with Penguin, and he's talking to them for 5 minutes, and I'm getting my books, and there's the owner of the shop, another guy over here, another guy in the back, and then another guy getting all the books for the pull list. That guy went right up front. All these guys just started laughing. They're like, "Oh, he's a character. He's one of the interesting ones."
Wow.
And everybody, even the customers, I died right in the aisle, just dead laughing. Oh,
Oh my God.
We need them to keep it interesting, you know?
Yeah, that would piss me off.
Nah, and if you're the one behind them, oh my God.
That's
Oh,
even worse.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. I called him out on it one time. I'm like, dude, like, you're not the only one buying books, man. He just looked at me, he goes, oh, why you gotta say that for? I'm like, you're picking the best copy, and then you keep them like this? Like, come on.
Dude. You're like
There's
multiplying
two
over
of
here.
them.
Yeah, man, I gotta get some work done sometime. I'm up all night with
Ooh.
But
hanging
Lou,
out.
you haven't
That's
explained what
crazy
they
right
are.
What is that?
Octo. It's just a nice little octopus.
I love this. I
Yo,
love it.
Lucas, I'm right there with you.
Are you making them too? I saw you
I'm
start
making-
looking.
Well, I got myself an Octokitty. So
Are you making octos?
Octokitty.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God! Look at Rally. Hold on.
Is it
Yeah.
Slender Man?
Ooh.
It's gone. No, that's what's it? Pinhead.
Yeah, on the
Oh.
Hellraiser.
That's what I thought it was.
I
Yeah.
know what that is. Come on, man.
Ah,
Yeah, man.
dude.
Nice.
Damn.
See, yo, I got kids to feed, and this guy's just here banging these things.
And this
Man,
I
it
just
feels
started
weird
this, like,
being
the
surrounded by
when the
people
show
with
started.
talent and are creative.
Nice. Yeah, his Halloween stuff is some of the sickest stuff.
Oh yeah, I've
RallyB
seen
has
it, man.
done.
It's just amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful set of work you
Yeah.
have there.
The Chucky too, man, because Chucky's.
Oh, there you go. Hold on, I'll
Ooh.
put you up. Look at that.
Put his hat on too.
Oh,
Oof.
gorgeous.
I'm still amazed what it is. It throws me completely off.
Yeah, man, show this guy off. Yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
look at that.
nice.
that's one of my favorite ones, man. You did that so well.
Yo, Lewis, that's your son.
Nah, he got blonde hair. Don't make my kid redhead. I don't know how he's got blonde hair.
Oh
That's
my
another
God,
question.
Michael Myers.
Hey.
Yeah, man, you gotta show those like at the horror con because they
Oh
might
my
have some
God,
of these
yeah,
guys there.
dude, you're gonna kill at HorrorCon.
Yeah, man,
Cool.
Ghostface.
Especially because these guys are showing have new movies coming out.
Mm-hmm. Scream just dropped a trailer. You better make
Yeah.
like 5 of those,
Yeah,
dude.
all of them. They got the Chucky shows coming out.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Friday the 13th. Jason.
nasty.
Dude.
Abs-
Yeah, they're filthy, man. That's dude. Honestly, I think just bang out every horror movie guy like that.
Mhm. You'll sell them all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
you're
now.
at HorrorCon. You're gonna do
Halloween.
good at HorrorCon because people love those things. They want to take them home with them.
Don't
You probably
sell those
sell
on
out, yeah.
That's don't even sell those on the spot. Just tell them you'll make them you'll make them get an order for that shit.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting prepared for him right now. That's why I'm making what's the name, Pinhead?
Hell
I'm Hellraiser.
Yeah. How you gonna do the pins?
Yeah, I got it there. That's gonna take like a minute. Yeah.
What are you gonna make it? You gonna do? What are you gonna use for it? Do you think that?
I don't even know yet. I'm thinking of it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be something difficult. Well, not difficult, but you know, it'll be a little
No, but
challenging.
Yeah, that'll be fun, man. I'm looking forward to see what you come up with.
Yeah, because I'm trying to make more figures. Like I'm running out, man. Like it's
Well, then when you remake them, you're just gonna make it even freaking better. I mean,
Yeah, because I
I'd
gotta
to
be
figure
more.
out all that.
Yeah, because I gotta be more crazy ideas when I'm on, like what to make, like and what to do with them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is so much I'm trying to do. Like, I
Sick,
got
man.
something coming up though. We got
Nice.
you got to keep a lookout. You know?
Okay.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, definitely, man.
Rally B art.
Rally
Yeah, you
B
make you make a post on that, dude. I'll share it. I know like 5 people in the comic community that would like go crazy for that.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, I know one guy who'd probably buy them all.
What the fuck? What the hell is?
What's that?
I'm sorry. What the hell are you doing?
He's playing with the cat.
Are
I
you
know what he's
flying a
doing.
kite? Your fucker pulls like,
He's
yeah, I
making
can
the cat
quilt.
run.
He
He's
got like those
fishing
big ass
cats.
quilting needles and shit. He's like doing a sweater.
He was like, what the fuck is that?
Fishing for cats, man.
I looked up. He's got a fruit roll up on a fishing pole. I was like, what the hell is that?
Oh my god.
What, you never had fruit roll on a fishing pole before?
I have, but I've lived an interesting life. You know.
Freaking amateur.
The amateur. Oh my god.
Back in my day, we used fruit roll-ups as the fishing pole.
Damn, man.
Hey, it's right. Yeah, you're actually right.
They still make those?
Hell yeah, dude. They're
Roll-ups?
delicious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah. Okay.
Kids love those things.
It's hard to find the foot ones.
Fruit by the foot?
Yeah, that one's hard
Yeah.
to find.
Okay.
Go in the Walmart supermarket, man. They got a big ass shelf of those.
Really.
I think you're right. Yeah, I've seen them more in supermarkets than I have seen them in stores.
Remember they used to have the remember string thing?
Oh my god, string thing. Yeah.
Yo, delicious. Dunkaroos, that made a comeback.
Yeah, all this,
Yeah.
like a couple of these candies have really made a big comeback. You're completely
Well,
right.
Dunkaroos just wasn't in America for a little bit. It was everywhere else.
That's true.
Oh,
It did
nah, they were
disappear.
in the 90s. Yo, you were
They were
the cool
everywhere.
kid
Yeah.
if you had
The
freaking
Dunkaroo.
vanilla Dunkaroos with the sprinkles. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah, I remember those.
yo,
Those
Rally's
were-
gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna hit up the store in about 5 minutes
No,
and
but
give me
still
a
that
pack.
shit no more, man. Like,
Right?
right? See that in the store.
Nah, they got it. They have it near me. They have it near me. They
Really?
got them. I'll buy a pack. I'll give it to you next time I see you.
Yeah, now
The chocolate.
Poppy's gonna be buying people packs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there's that ordering system.
Oh
I'll
my
tell you
God.
what. Can you put one of those in your mystery packs you're gonna do there, Copy? That can be one of the chase skulls.
Ooh.
Fucking pack. Can you imagine? Just like
Well, fuck it. If Comics Talk Weekly, I know for a fact they sent people fruit roll, Twizzlers in a freaking in a box.
I
before.
won
And the
Twizzlers.
Gemini.
I won
Uh,
Twizzlers off.
Yeah, he sent
off
out a Gem.
Phil.
It sent them in a Gemini, right?
Yeah, he sent it in a Gemini, and I let it sit for like a couple weeks.
Oh
And
my
I was
God.
like, I picked it up. I'm like, whoa, this is a thick stack of books. Look how heavy it is. I opened it up, and I'm like, what the fuck is? I opened it up.
What's this?
I see the
so-
note, and he's
Man.
like, "Oh, hope you enjoy it." I'm like, "What am I enjoying?" And I look over the note. I'm like, "Oh, I got a 2-pound bag of Twizzlers."
That explains why the comic was so heavy.
Ah, good times. That was a great show.
Oh my God. All right, so we are coming near the end. Yeah, 1:15. I guess I'll show off what I was talking about before with Headlock Comics over here. Hold on, let me share the screen. They just started their Kickstarter. So, you know, if you guys love wrestling and comic books, hit them up. You know, Headlock, they're a bunch of great guys. They actually helped me out a year back when I was trying to get into the convention. And it was amazing to see all these wrestlers live and in person. And it's I feel like this is something that's been lacking from comic books, is comic books about wrestling. Which is so funny because you figure it's such a no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean they are comic book characters,
Exactly.
so That's
I mean,
pretty cool.
to be fair, there's a lot of things that just feel like they're missing in comics.
I completely agree with you. There's things that should be already in comics, and you're like, wait a minute, why isn't this in comics?
Good
Again,
writing.
That's why the indies are blowing up.
I like that. Good writing.
Creativity.
Ooh, a good artist.
Comic Talks Weekly is like 2
Ooh.
glorious pounds, and AWA has a wrestling book on the way. Yep, they do. AWA seems to be on top of all this stuff, which is interesting because they're up and coming. Maybe that they're just hungry enough to do it. I know I was a big wrestling fan in the old days when it was actually wrestling.
Ooh.
Wow.
Now everything now is like John Cena. You can't see it.
Exactly.
Not even the Attitude Era.
Oh no. That Attitude, Gen X.
Yeah.
You know that's the good stuff. When Mick Foley and The Rock actually wrestled.
Exactly.
Stone Cold.
Listen,
Yes,
the answer is just to
I need
watch
him to sign my
Japanese
sock,
wrestling.
man.
I don't know what the problem is. It's not like we
Well, the
don't have
Japanese wrestling has
VPNs.
never failed us, but we want the American wrestling to be as good as the Japanese wrestling. And it's funny because there's a lot of American wrestlers in Japanese wrestling, so that should tell you people something.
Isn't Kurt Angle over there now too?
That's what I had heard. Yeah.
He was there for a while.
Yeah, a couple of WWF guys actually went into the Japanese, a couple of the Japanese leagues.
Yep.
Yeah, what they've been using for headliners now is they pull in some of the Japanese wrestlers to bring them over here so you can pay for the pay-per-view.
Ooh.
Oh, come on, you didn't like having Ronda Rousey there for 6 months?
That's a whole other discussion.
Funny thing is, she took her toys and went home from that too.
That's true.
Yeah. What was her toy? The freaking Edge of the Ring.
Oh my god. All right, so dudes, speaking of Headlocked, we're gonna have him on the show either next week or the week after. I think I'm still working that out. He's gonna come and talk all about the Headlock comic books and the wrestling and all that goody good stuff. And of course, I want you guys to be on the lookout for our friend here, McLean from Billy the Kid. We will have him on soon. I'm not sure if it's going to be pre-recorded or not because he's a busy guy, and I've been trying to narrow him down there. And of course, I picked up Say Square That's from Source Point Press at Comic-Con, and it's just an amazing book. And we have an interview with him that we're going to be releasing soon, or soonish, or whatever word it is.
You mean whenever my computer gets back up and running?
Maybe.
Oh no.
Yep, we're back on this whole thing.
A couple other books over here, and I'm probably going to find them later on after we sign off. But we got a couple people coming. We got a couple people actually heading up the show. We got a couple people that are doing some good fantasy books, like Nomad over here, and it's interesting because a lot of this stuff seems to be coming from the D&D feel or the RPG feel. And when I saw them at Comic-Con, I just had to check them out and put them on the show because I was like, this is interesting. I mean, it's good to see more people actually looking at this stuff and doing more things with it. So we're going to come and bring them on the show. We're going to talk to them. And we're going to see what they're doing and pick their little brains. All right, guys.
We got everyone up until like the week right before Anime NYC. We got guests.
We're booked like crazy if they actually stay where they're supposed to be. I guess we'll see what happens.
You just can't let us get to bed before the single digits.
You're telling me? I already know what's gonna happen because they're all gonna end. 2 of them are gonna end up in one show, and the other 2 are gonna end up in another show, and we're gonna be like,
Yeah, then you guys are just gonna get me as a special guest coming in and out of the stations.
Hey, man, that's okay.
So,
the
guys,
more friends, the merrier.
Your last word, starting with Lou. ¿Qué es?
Me?
Sí.
I don't know. Keep smiling, man. The worst that happens is Oh yeah.
Like,
In the end, you've got only you to answer to, right?
Copy.
yeah.
The last word.
Last words, whatever you want to say. You know, your last thoughts.
But
That is so cat. Oh my god! Look, the cat turned around and said, "What?
Oh,
How dare you?"
oh shit.
Can you get like a screensaver? It's just like nice pussy or something. Your cat's face.
Yeah.
All right, Rally. I don't know if you can follow that up, but go ahead.
Yeah, man. But like, thanks for having me on the show again, man. You know, enjoyed the time with y'all, man. Everybody stay safe. You know.
Anytime. Let's see what you're working on.
Oh yeah. Put up your stuff, guys, before we throw you off.
No, working on the head right now.
I can't wait to see how this thing comes together. It already looks badass.
Yeah.
that's sick.
Is it tinfoil or are you doing?
Yeah, on the head.
Nice.
I
Yep.
can't wait to see what you do with the head because that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Pause.
Oh, pause.
Not pause.
Shadow, show off your stuff before we go to Nat. Oh, those things look badass.
Oof.
You did that all right now.
Yeah, not too bad.
Damn, boy.
Jesus.
I got
going
some
off
other
now.
stuff.
It's like, look what I can do.
No,
1
man,
hour.
I just sorry, bro. I just gotta get some work done. Huh?
Fuck you all. I'm gonna show my pussy.
All right, Nat, follow that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you have enjoyed what you've seen here tonight, remember that we do this show once every week, along with the Apple Bites TV show on Mondays nights now, I believe, at
Monday night to 7:30. Yep.
7:30.
Mhm.
Yeah. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and follow us on every single social media platform that this video will be posted on. And my final words, personally, Comic-Con, $70, not worth it. Good experience, not worth it.
It was a great experience.
Yeah.
Glad I caught you live. I gotta admit, tonight's show is a little dicey, and I think it's because we're all tired from Comic-Con. And you can see it in our faces, except for Nat.
No, you can see it in my face. That's why you don't see it.
Well, we can't see it.
His avatar looks kind of sleepy. You know, he
I
looks like
gotta admit, you're right. Yeah, this avatar does look kind of sleepy there.
He looks like he's got a double caffeinated tea. You know,
he's doing a whole ghost face thing. You know, it's like you never see him anymore.
All right,
I'm doing what an editor is supposed to do.
Work from the
all right, so
shadows.
to follow off Nat there, we are doing a spectacular event on Apple Bites for the next 2 weeks. We're bringing in all the scary, fairy, beautiful horror people that we can find for the horror comics that are out there, because there's some beautiful horror comics out there, especially some great stuff from Source Point Press. So we're going to be hitting them up. James Chambers should be on the show for the week of Halloween. And he is just great with horror, and I can't wait to have him on and for us to pick his brain. See what I did there? Horror pick brain. So with that, I'll do what I always do. I'll press the button over here. Who knows when this